You know what? We're starting the show now. Okay. All right. We're digging through Splice. We're going to find some good stuff in here. Let's use this one. I just saved it. Let's go back into Logic. Let's loop this bad boy. Let's see if we can't get a little fucking loop action here. We'll loop this 4 times. Why not? Let's repeat that. Oh, shit. Ooh, I like this. Nice. All right, cool. So let's mess around with this because I'm liking this. Let's find something else that we're liking in here. Man, the past couple of weeks, it fucking sucks to go through like a depressive state. It's just a shitty feeling. It's hard to break out of. Oh. Let's see, which one did I grab before? Let's grab this guy. Why not? Let's see if we can't make something real pretty out of here. Okay, here we go. I did the same fucking thing. Whoops. My mixing skills are off the fucking charts right now. Alright, let's time this if we can. Here we go. Alright, I'm good with this as a little background music here. I'm no fucking Kanye West, but it'll do. I think I gotta get off social media. It's driving me fucking nuts. I'm putting all this time and effort in to try to put content and clips out and get things moving, and I end up just wasting so much fucking time trying to go on there, and then all of a sudden, just nonsense pops up, and then you got friend groups that send you things like ridiculous memes, and that's probably the most enjoyable part about all of it. The worst part is putting all this stuff together and spending all this time, and then you get like a little bit of likes, and then you're constantly just chasing these likes and hoping that people will listen, and it doesn't even translate half the time. Like you'll put all this stuff out, and these numbers don't really go up like crazy. So you know what? If you like this podcast, if I haven't fucking driven you off yet, share it with somebody who you think has a mental deficiency just like you that would enjoy this. Because honestly, I'm pretty tired of putting stuff out on there, and I don't want to do it anymore. It's not entirely a laziness thing. It's just I don't enjoy the process, but I do want this thing to grow. But it's not equating to that. I want to hear from you guys too. So if you want, go to podinbox.com/chineon. Leave us a voicemail. I'll play it on the show here. I'll make you the little freaking beat. I'll put together a little salsa beat for you, and I'll do a little dance, and I'll send you a private video. Give me $5, and I'm going to send you a private video of me dancing. This is a new concept. I don't know if anybody's ever explored it before, but I think we're going to do it. I think this is a trend that's going to catch on. Just like as if it's like only for my fans. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that concept. It might be a little crazy, but you know, who doesn't love a little dance, a little private dance through the internet, right? Oh yeah. So part of what I'm seeing on Instagram quite a bit is people talking about withholding their seed. And I got, not jacking off. And you know what? I gotta testify to it. once I stopped and I started withholding my seed to awaken the inner power that's within me, I got to tell you, my entire life has transformed. Like, when I started this change of, I'm not even call it a change of life. One of the things that I noticed was I started having vivid dreams about, the direction of the entire universe and where things, where I fit into that. And one of the things that I realized was early on, when I was a young man, a young boy, I would eat all these cosmic brownies, right? Those little brownies that you get them at school, and I would eat those, and in the lunchroom, I would go to other dimensions. These weren't special, like these didn't have mushrooms in them. They were just cosmic brownies, and I would eat them, and I would become one with the cosmos. And the more that I have withheld my seed, the more I get back to that natural boy-like wonder of floating through the cosmos, exploring my inner being, fixing the parts of me that were broken. Like, I normally will go through a phase where I feel wildly depressed, but I don't show it to anybody, and I just kind of hold it in internally, and I just kind of continue through my day with a sense of malaise for usually weeks or months at a time. And typically what I would do in the past is I would just, I would eat a lot. I would maybe start drinking or doing other things that were a little more destructive. And, going through this process the last time, I still did that. So, but the main difference was, so the last time I went through this, the main difference was, I guess I've just gone through these phases so many fucking times where you go on these ups and downs, and there's, I don't know, part of it, I think you just realize, like, the shit is it's gonna go away at some point. Like, you're gonna kind of go back to normal. And I don't know, I think maybe this could be something. I think a lot of people that go through this, you end up making not great decisions. Like, I don't do anything where I ruin my life going through this stuff. It's just, I don't feel good. So then I go to a rental car place, and then I decide I'm going to carry exotic animals over the Everglades, and I'm just going to chain smoke the whole way. Like that, it's not things like that. It's just like there's not enough umph. There's not a decision where you're like, all right, I'm going to go do well at this thing. You're just scraping by and moving along. And dude, when you got kids too, you're tired. There's all these kind of things. Plus, one of the things that I realized after I'm listening to that Joe Rogan with The Rock, and I was going to go work out, and I was really tired, and I was laying there. And my wife was listening to it over in the other room, and I was laying there just listening to these two guys talk, and I'm like, you're being a fucking bitch. And it got me fired up. And so I started working out, and I was listening to it. And one of the things they talked about was longevity. And they work out every day. So that way, like, hey, if you want to be at that state when you hit 50, 60 years old, like, you do have to do shit every day. Like, they do that stuff. I see other people do it. Like, my father-in-law, he works out at least in some way every day. He's like 78 years old, something like that. And he goes and works out every day. And I'm laying here at 30, now 31, bitching about this stuff. Like, hey, get up, go fucking work out. Enough of this nonsense. Just fucking do it. And so I started doing that the past few days, feeling pretty good. And even just like, yeah, you know who said that too? Matthew McConaughey. Fucking getting out. You want to talk about somebody who's cosmic right there. That guy ate fucking 300,000 cosmic brownies when he was a child, and they put him in a movie about it, that it was so relevant to him that was his almost like part of his DNA at this point. But he goes and he works out every day in some way. He calls it, you got to break a sweat, man. You just got to break a sweat. Just a little sweat. Get that little sweat going. And I'm telling you what, you're going to have those demons inside your head. And you just got to break that sweat, man. I get that sweat dripping down my balls, and I get on that elliptical machine, and I just elliptical. I just elliptic it, man. I just get in there. I hit the button. I say, I want to go to Yosemite Park, and I just run with it, man. I'll start at 8 resistance, and I'll get up there. I'll go to 10, and I'll get to that canyon wall. I'll see half dome in the distance, and it just gets my blood going, and I think about my kids, and I think how proud of my kids I am, and then I crank that shit up to 12, and then I get a little more sweat on, and it depends if I'm feeling it. If I'm feeling it, I'll make it all the way up to that top of Half Dome, and then when I get back, when I'm done with it, I call my agent. I said, "Hey, book me a flight to Yosemite." He says, "Matt, it's the end of November. By the time you get there after these interviews, and you're doing Good Morning America the next week, by the time you'd be done and Christmas is all over, you're not going to miss Christmas. It's going to be January. Half those trails are going to be closed. Half those things are going to be frozen over. You can't even get up there." And I said, "Give me my snowshoes and my parka. That way I'm warm enough to break a sweat when I get up there." So I like that. Actually, so thank you for listening to that snippet of a recent interview with Matthew McConaughey. That was really nice. It had good insight in there, and I appreciate that. But that kind of longevity is what I'm looking for, because I don't want to get to the point where I'm like 50 and I'm just fucking, I can't fucking walk. Oh, shit. I don't want that. I want to be able to run. I want to be able to run up a hill. If at that time any of my children get kidnapped, I want to have the physical ability to go track down the terrorists or the kidnappers and kill them all. I do want to have that capability. So I'll just keep working on it. I got to get better with guns. I haven't shot a gun in like 5-6 years, maybe even more. I probably haven't shot a gun in like 8 years. When I went to the range down here in Florida, this is the cool part. It's the scary part, but it's also the cool part, because if the guy at the range who was shooting the 50 caliber fucking sniper rifle decides that he's going to go kill people, it's going to fucking happen. So let's just hope that he doesn't. But also the chances of that guy really going out and killing a bunch of innocent people is probably pretty low. But also, I don't, if there is somebody that's going to go start fucking shooting up a school, you want that guy laying down on a nearby building and just fucking blow a hole in that guy's head. The only problem with that kind of firepower is you're going to blow a hole in everything. And I was standing probably 10, 15 feet back, and he fired it, and it felt like not like a grown man had like punched you in the chest or thrown like a real elbow. Not exaggerating, but like as if you had just been standing there. Like, you ever get pushed like kind of quickly, like somebody get pushed, like just quick 2 hands to the chest push, like when you're not expecting it. That's what that felt like. Whoa. Like kind of takes your breath out from your chest. It was kind of like that. So yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you guys listening. Hey, if you like this, go share this with somebody. Follow this on Spotify. I don't know if I'll put these on YouTube. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Go fucking send this to somebody, please. for the love of God, so I can have more people listen to it. So that way I can get advertisers and they can pay me. And that way, if I want to put things out on social media and put out clips, I can pay somebody to do it. So I don't want to jump off a fucking bridge. I don't have to go to my wife and tell her, hey, this is what I want to spend money on. And then it becomes something that we have to talk about. But instead, we buy some chairs for the dining room table, and we buy a new dining room table, and we do that instead. I just want enough goddamn money coming in from this thing that I don't even have to tell her any money that I'm spending on these video clips. I just want to put them out there so we can grow the show. Send this to somebody, for the love of God. Please do it. My name's Chris Hine. Thank you very much. Have a good night.